Next comic coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kavita Pandit.
I was born and raised in India and came to the United States as a graduate student. Life as a newcomer to the US was full of embarrassment and humiliations. It began with my very first time going out to eat in Columbus, Ohio. I went into a friendly-looking restaurant, sat at a table, and waited for someone to come and take my order. After 10 minutes, I began to feel ignored, particularly since everyone else was eating. So I summoned up every last bit of my courage, leaned over to the table next to me and asked, "Where did you get your food?" They looked at me and said, "You have to order up front and get your own food, lady. This is McDonald's." This was back in the 1980s, and I was often the only Indian that my American friends had ever met. So I would regularly get asked the question, why do Indian women have that red dot on their forehead? So I would tell them the ancient story of how men going to war would cut their fingers and smear a drop of their blood on the foreheads of their beloveds to pledge their love and to let them know that they're going to come back. That sure beat having to say, "I don't have a clue." Actually, I didn't have a clue about a lot of things back then. As a 22-year-old, I was convinced that I was the oldest virgin in the state of Ohio. And I was hell-bent on changing that. So I was thrilled when this tall, broad-shouldered, red-headed man began to take an interest in me. So one evening after a late dinner, I maneuvered things so that we made it back to his apartment. The poor guy barely made it through the door before I made my move. Just when I think I'm getting close to scoring, he says, "Stop, stop, we can't go any further. I'm a Christian and I don't believe in sex before marriage." Well, at least I wasn't the oldest virgin in Ohio. My name is Kavita. How hard is that? Still, to make life easier for everyone around me, I took on an alter ego, K. Despite that, this is how conversations typically went. "That'll be a 2-hour wait for your table, ma'am. What's the name of your party?" K. He's looking at me, looking at my face and thinking, it's got to be more complicated than that. "How do you spell that?" "Okay, you want to play the stupid maitre d'? I'm going to play the nerdy Indian spelling bee contestant." K, that's spelled K, U-R-A-M-O-R-O-N. K. So fast forwarding to the present, my husband and I are, coming up on our 30th wedding anniversary. Let me tell you the secret to staying together for so long. It's living apart. So I spend weekdays alone in my condo in downtown Atlanta, and weekends with him in our home in Athens. During the week, we have a don't ask, don't tell policy. He doesn't need to know I'm out late night at the Star Bar to catch some stand-up comedy. And I don't need to know that our house serves as a neighborhood man cave. That's not to say that we don't have arguments like other normal couples. Just last weekend we got into a fight, at the end of which I issued him an ultimatum. If you don't stop acting like such a jerk, you're gonna have to move in with me. I constantly embarrass my daughter because I don't act like other old moms. When I turned 60, I signed up for an improv class and began hanging up with people half my age. You know, come Monday night, 8 p.m., instead of heading up to bed with my glass of Alka-Seltzer, I'm ordering a beer at the Orpheus Brew Pub, warming up for the Sandbox Jam. Given my new lifestyle, my biggest dilemma right now is what tattoo to get and where to put it. Asking my daughter for her advice was a bad mistake. You're doing what, Mom? Are you out of your mind? So, in the interest of not scandalizing her further, I've decided to hold off on the tattoo decision. And I'm going to wait till I'm 70 to tell her about my nipple piercings.